every position I got a diamond at.
But if I'm not getting a Mushu, you ain't getting a Jeremy.
What?
I feel like a young Omar.
Write to us. We're very friendly. Much love.
You did me dirty.
And welcome to a brand new episode of Going Deep with Matthew and Jeremy, edition number 73. Once again, you heard my voice. This is Matthew, and of course, over there across from me is Jerome. How you doing today, buddy?
Buddy, I'm doing absolutely phenomenal today. Phenomenal as always. We are in one of my favorite seasons of the year,
That's right.
MLB trade season.
That's right.
Absolutely love it. But before we get there, Matty, we like to start off with our random question of the day.
Give it to me. Give it to random.
Today's will be brought to you by Symbol. There's actually a Symbol thing for Sports Bum now.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, Matty, why don't you ask me what Symbol is really quick?
So I heard you said symbol. What? Tell me what symbol is.
Think of the stock market,
Okay.
but with your favorite sports teams.
Ooh,
Where
interesting.
you can go and buy your favorite sports team at Symbol.com, use promo code SportsBums, and receive an additional $10 to whatever you go ahead and deposit. So you get a little
Ooh.
fun money right there to buy a team.
Little extra.
A little extra.
Little spending cash.
Exactly. And like I said, you can always find it on Symbol.com, or you can find the link on SportsBums.com as well. But, Maddie, random question of the day.
Let's do it.
As I said, brought to you by Symbol.
Give me the random symbol question of symbol by symbol in the random question.
In the random symbol of the day.
Yes.
Got it.
Go.
So, I got a two-parter for you.
Two-parter.
It's a two-parter. Yesterday,
friend.
the NBA Finals wrapped up with the Milwaukee Bucks winning, followed. I think I have something for that. Nope.
Yeah, well, ready? And unfortunately, the Suns lost. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Not this one. Go ahead.
There's a hell yeah
Hell
for the
yeah.
Bucks. All right. So they won yesterday. Giannis was the MVP
Yes,
of the
rightfully
NBA
so.
Finals. Played his butt off. 28.1 points per game, 11 rebounds, while putting up another 6 assists.
You might
5.9.
even say he played his bum off.
I like it.
Smart
I
moves.
like it. I like it.
But yeah, he was
well,
amazing.
Maddie,
He was
my
amazing.
question to you is:
Yes, go ahead.
starting in 2015
Yes.
to 2010, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's gonna be 6 champions.
Okay,
right
that's
there.
fine.
And those 6 champions, can you name me the Finals MVPs?
From 2010 to 20.
15. I didn't do the last 5 because it's too simple.
Yes, yes.
That would,
Got it. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can name that off in like 5
Okay,
seconds.
got it. Got
But
it.
we're gonna go 2015 to 2010. There are 6 guys.
Well, obviously, the easiest one for me to go is 2010.
2010,
Kobe Bryant.
the great and late Mamba. Absolutely correct. You know they have him listed as a small forward here.
Interesting. Maybe the way they lined up in their against the Celtics, even though he was the shooting guard. Nah.
Fisher
No, Fisher.
and
him,
Ariza is one, and
no,
Fisher and
No, I would have been Artest. Regardless, Artest
well,
or
Artest is the
Ariza.
second one, and Ariza would have been the first one.
But that's
They held him
2009.
Small forward for 09.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
interesting one, huh?
Yeah, and then because there are 2 big guys are Bynum and Powell for
Yeah.
both. Interesting.
interesting,
Yeah.
huh?
Small forward. Okay,
All
well,
right.
anyways, let's move on.
2011.
That's going to be the guy who outplayed the big 3, Dirk Nowitzki.
That is correct,
Yeah.
my man.
Yeah, he outplayed him.
All right, 2012.
Ooh, do you even remember who the 2012 champion was? Yeah, it's the Heat, isn't it? Yeah, it's LeBron's first one.
It is Miami. LeBron's first one, where he averaged 27.1 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.2 assists. If you ask me, he was lacking.
I'm not surprised with that, but it was LeBron. I do remember that.
That is LeBron James.
LeBron, first one when he's jumping, and they're jumping and having a good time.
Correct.
Okay, so this is going to be a tough one because I know
2013.
this 2013 is the Spurs. I know that for a fact. But the thing is, who won that one? And I think, you know what? It's the one man who can stop LeBron in a final so far, and that's the Claw. Damn it! I'm wrong. It's Tim Duncan. It's Manu Ginobili. It's All right, go ahead.
2013's champion is the star of Space Jam, LeBron James again.
Did he go back to back? I
They
forgot.
went back to back. They were going for the three-peat where you have 2014. You got it right.
The Spurs came back and took him over. Yes, that's
And
what.
you have the claw.
And the claw.
The
That's right.
beginning of
That's
the
right. I got the
claw.
years are mixed up. Got it.
Let me tell you what the claw averaged that year
Yeah. What?
in that finals. Do you want to guess his points?
Yeah. I think
How about
he-
I do over/under? That
Go
way
ahead.
it's not
yeah.
too hard.
Okay, okay.
Over/under 17 points.
Under.
Over/under 15 points.
I think it's right. Oh, I think he's like 16 a game.
12.8. Rebounds. Over/under 8.
I'll go under.
Over/under 6.
I'll go over.
6.2.
Okay.
Over/under assists 5.
Under.
Over/under 3.
Right at 3.
2.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't the fanciest stuff, but that is the year he won more for his defensive presence
Yes.
on LeBron James.
Didn't they win 4-2 that series? It wasn't 7.
No, it wasn't a 7-game.
The last one was 7. The one
last
they
one
beat
was 7. The one where
The 2013 one where LeBron won was a 7-game.
LeBron won, that's Ray Allen.
Ray Allen, and then
Ray Allen hits
2014, I think they
the-
kind of dominated. I think we
Yeah.
remember going, yeah, this the Heat are done.
All right, last one. 2015.
2015 has to be the Warriors' first one. And I think it wasn't, you would say Steph or Clay, but it wasn't. It's going to be Iguodala.
Iguodala only allowing LeBron James to score 35 points a game.
Still
Over under 15 points.
under.
Over under 12 points.
Right at 12.
7.8.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. You only had 7 points a
So,
game. That's ridiculous. It was
he
like 7,
has-
8, and 8.
The least amount of points per game of any finals MVP.
Wow.
And it's not,
Even
well, it is close because of what's his face. But
Kawhi. But
yeah,
other than
but
that,
other than that,
sheesh.
it's not close. Over under rebounds 7.
Sheesh, man. Hey, man, defense. Oh, I'm going to say under.
Under. Over under 5 rebounds.
Over. I think he's at 6.
Nope.
Oh, wow. What are you, like 4?
3.3 rebounds per game.
This is ridiculous.
Over under assists. Let's go with 7.
Under.
It is under. Over under 5 assists per game.
I'll go over. Iggy's good. Good. Oh, my gosh.
His final tally was 7.8 points, 3.3 rebounds, 3 assists, while averaging 0.3 blocks. While shooting at a 46% clip.
Can't even shoot it at 50, Iggy?
Yes. Maddie, that's the first part of today's random question of the day. My next question, as I said, it is my favorite season of the year.
Yes.
Trade season.
Yes.
Maddie, can you name the last MVP to be traded?
Are you talking about baseball?
Baseball. We're
Last
heading to last MLB MVP to be traded. If you can name the last, I think you can name the last 2, to be honest.
MVP to be traded. So they just needed to be an MVP.
They win MVP. Yeah. They just need to win an MVP.
They just need to win it and then get traded?
Yeah.
Anytime or during the trade season or just in general?
Shortly after.
Oh, okay. Because technically a loophole will be Albert because he was an MVP. He got traded to us, right? You know, not
Loophole
traded.
Albert does not count in this.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I know he didn't get traded. We signed him. He released him. I get it. But you get what I'm going
But
with.
I got what you're going for. No, this is not a.
This is
that
a
kind of trade.
actual.
This
they
is like
just
I'm
came.
trading for a former MVP that matters.
A-Rod. Damn. Guys, I'm sucking today. This is a tough one, though. It's recent, though, because you said, yeah, I think you can get it. Motherfucker. Damn it. I'm going to need some help here.
Maddie, if I told you there was this guy
Yeah.
not too far, I think he lives by the beach. Wears a blue uniform.
Oh, my gosh. Mookie.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts,
was
right?
the last MVP to be
Wow.
traded. Now, that's your last AL to NL.
Mm-hmm.
You know last AL to AL?
AL to AL?
Still current player. Still a pretty solid name.
Really? AL to AL?
Yeah.
My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Donaldson. Yeah! Yes!
Attaboy,
Hey,
Matty.
finally. I
Josh
don't know where-
Donaldson
I don't know
traded
where I got that
from
one.
the Blue Jays to the Indians. MVP in 2015, traded in 2018. That's the year, if you remember. I think he was having a lot of leg issues.
Yes, he didn't even play, really.
Was They activated him just to trade him, and he went back on the DL.
Wow.
But that is our random question of the day.
That was a good one. I like that one.
Once again, by Symbol.
But
yeah, Maddie.
Wow,
those are our last MVPs.
I didn't remember he was in Indians. That's how little he played.
He legit played 20 games with them.
Shoosh.
If that. But Maddie, full docket today. Let's get into it.
Let's
finals,
do it. Yeah, we gotta start with the
ended
finals.
Yesterday, NBA Finals. Milwaukee wins 4-2. I don't think we were able to get a prediction in before it happened.
To be honest, I think I called the Bucks. I said if the
Bucks,
the Bucks will win.
I think you're right because we were still asking who's going between Atlanta Bucks and who's going between Suns and Clips.
And I think we both said Suns.
We both took Suns, and I took Atlanta, and you took Milwaukee.
Yes.
But I had the Suns winning it overall. You
Yes.
said no.
I think
Jeremy, you fool.
I think Giannis takes it, which
Giannis is gonna take it.
Thank you, Giannis.
And he does. He performs at an absolutely incredible level. People thought he had no ACL. He has an ACL. He's putting up numbers. He's winning championships.
He's ordering nuggets.
He's ordering 50 nuggets.
Yeah.
Not 51, not 49.
Not 49.
50 nuggets. Because he puts up 50 points in the final game. Maddie, what did you take from this? What did you take from this finals?
So, my biggest takeaway. All right, let me go with the small takeaways first. I'm just kidding. Bucks, very good team. They're going to be here for a while. They're legit. They'll come back again. We kind of all know that. That's not a really big thing to take away. Suns, young team. Hoping Booker can get back to it. Don't see him coming back next year. I don't think it's that kind of team that you're like, oh, they'll be back next year. I don't think so. I think they, Chris Paul, this Devin Booker, this DeAndre Ayton kind of mix. They caught, for me, they caught lightning in the bottle. Chris Paul was playing at the right peak time. Booker he's still a good player, but everything meshed at the right time for them. And we talked about it on our production meeting. Some luck has to go into it.
Lots of luck.
But as far as team goes, playing goes, I do want to say something about Giannis. I had something interesting to say yesterday at night when I was watching it with my brother to finish it off. Giannis reminded me of somebody scoring his 50 points. I'm not saying it's him. But this guy did come out and say, hey, you know what? You're the Superman to me. To me, Giannis looked like the Diesel. He was just unstoppable. There was nothing you could do to stop him. Yeah, he doesn't shoot the three. Neither does Shaq. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't shoot his free throws well, except last night. But sometimes he doesn't shoot his free throws well. But holy moly, nothing you could have done was going to stop him yesterday. For me, he looked like a dominant beast. Mm-hmm. Straight up bullying people inside, dunking, alley-oops, playing great defense, the dunks, the blocks throughout the whole series. But yesterday, it was a man on a mission, and he looked unstoppable. And to me, he looked like a modern-day Shaquille O'Neal. No one's ever going to come close. Let me repeat that again. Shaquille O'Neal, one and only.
So he was the same beast, but a different animal.
Sheesh, yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. But you get what I'm saying? Like, one thing I noticed, I was like, wow, this guy's not,
I had that locked and loaded.
You ready for it? I was watching, I was like, man, this is like, I was a little kid. We both were little kids when we were watching Shaq for the Lakers. But if we remember when we watched it on YouTube, now you're like, no one can stop this guy.
No, nobody was going to stop Giannis in this.
Yeah.
I think he finally hit that breaking point for me personally where he's like, I'm not going down again.
No.
Like this crap is done.
He said, this is not happening.
This is going to be my year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was damn near teed up to be his year once the playoffs hit.
Beautiful.
Like, they had a little luck against Brooklyn, right? James Harden's 50%. KD's doing it on his own. No Kyrie. The team has a bunch of all-stars, but nobody's ever healthy. It just seemed like it all lined up perfectly, and he saw that moment, and in that moment he said, okay, this is it. Putting my name in the books forever.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul, you're going to be doubted for the rest of your career.
Yeah,
you
poor
have
guy.
No championship, right? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that's just the way the media is, but that's where he became the same beast, but a different animal.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing to watch. I was also reading, I'm like a little, just seeing the NBA by the numbers. Just want to give, the credit to NBA.com. But I am reading this. Giannis is the first player, this is at the bottom. Did you know this? To win Most Improved Player, Most Valuable Player, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP. That is crazy.
I think he's the first player to do that, but he's like the third player to win Defensive MVP, and Finals MVP. You follow like Jordan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big. I think
like,
the only reason they put that the first because none of those guys are most improved player.
They never won most improved.
Because they were that's to their credit. They were great when they came.
They were great already from the beginning.
But boy, this kid, man, this 13th pick, 13th, right? No, 14th,
like
15th.
Yeah.
15th pick, out of Greece, and they showed that stat when he first came in, 180 pounds, probably soaking wet. Now he's just pure muscle like of 230, 240. Scoring crazy and a really nice guy overall. Doesn't mean anything. You can be an ass if you want. I'm not saying that matters, but overall, it's a guy you root for. I don't think a lot of people are like, man, I don't like Giannis. He's like overall like cool guy.
You can't like him.
You can't
not like him.
You just don't like him when you're playing because you're like, damn, he always kills us.
Yeah.
While I stare at the pop version of your Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Got him right there. Giannis is always with me. I have champions all over this.
Yes, room. You do because you have a Jordan right above it and a Mookie in the corner, but that's for later. But man, you have to also say his free throw, man. 17 out of 19. That's ridiculous.
Stepped up.
That's even good for guys who are supposed to shoot that well.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
No, he played great. Looking at the other side of it.
Yes, let's go to
the
the
other
side.
You were kind of talking about the Suns there. I think this showed Monty Williams was the perfect hire.
Yeah, he's great.
I think he's been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I liked his speech to the team, to the Bucks afterwards. I thought that was so
classy.
classy.
Very, very classy.
Going in there saying congratulations, best team, yada yada yada. I applaud him for that.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Applaud him for that.
He's well respected among the basketball world.
When the Lakers were doing their hirings, I was 100% Monty.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially we had the young core at the time. There was no AD yet.
I agree. I remember that.
So it was like, no, this guy is going to be great for the young guys. Help build them. You have your leader in LeBron. I think he's going to be perfect. And you know what? He's like, I don't want the drama. I'm going to head to Phoenix and watch what I build over here.
Good job.
And I got to say, he's been great. Absolutely great over there, taking that team to the finals, 6 games. Chris Paul, going to be knocked. I feel like he didn't play at his best.
No, he did not.
This series. It was a little up and down for him.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 games they won, if I'm not mistaken, played very well.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 games they lost,
yes,
wasn't very good.
Not as well. I think he was okay maybe this last game, but overall, no. He was not.
He wasn't there, and I feel bad, but I know that's going to crush him in the media. That's going to crush his legacy because every great has a title, right? Unless you are Karl Malone, who doesn't get that much credit. John Stockton gets credit for being a point guard, but he doesn't get the all-time.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Credit.
Charles
Barkley,
the bash. Yeah, Charles Barkley
doesn't get that credit. He doesn't have the G14 classifications, as some like to say. So it sucks for him. But the good news, I was questioning Devin Booker for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was a good player, but I didn't think he was that player. Do you know what I mean by that player? Like, that guy can go out there and win a freaking game, a championship, yada, yada, yada. I think he's proved he is that guy if he has the right pieces around him. I
do think so, too.
I think they did a great job with the leadership guys they put around him. I like the Jay Crowder.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul worked out. Bridges took a big step.
Nice player.
Ayton, huge step.
Nice player.
Huge step. So I think there's a lot going forward.
Cameron Payne, good backup.
Cameron Payne, freaking playing out of his mind.
Yep.
This team is...
They're dangerous.
Dangerous? Do I think they're going to be in the finals next year?
I don't think so.
No, because like we mentioned, a lot of luck went in.
Yeah.
Breaking down their road to the finals. You go up, you beat your reigning champions, Los Angeles Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to knock them. You did a great job against a good team, but they didn't have their best player.
They didn't. They were injured. They came in hobbled.
They came in hurt.
But that's like we said, we're not making any excuses. No. That's part of the game. That's part of the season. But it is a truth as well.
It's both. You got to look at it.
They go together.
I give them their freaking flowers right now, man.
Yeah.
They got it. They did a freaking great job.
Yeah. Swept the Nuggets.
4-0. No Jamal Murray. Even though I will say, with Jamal Murray, I think they win.
I still think they could win.
4-0.
I don't think it's 4-0 either. I agree.
Moves over to the Clippers. 4-2. No Kawhi. And Paul George was pandemic P at times.
True.
Although he played pretty damn well. But
hey, but to be fair to them, weren't they already down? Kawhi played those first 2 games and they lost. And then they came back without Kawhi.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just.
But it is another fact. Picture. It's a fact. He would no Kawhi.
Right. No Kawhi. But again, good teams beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and that's what they did the whole way. Unfortunately, it came up short, but I'm looking forward to seeing them again next year, whether Chris Paul is there or not. because as we know, he's got that option.
Yeah, they're looking around. Lakers' name has been thrown out there already. It's funny because I think, what did we say last time we talked? Man, Chris Paul and the Lakers this year, we would have been like 100% because we saw how he played, right? Because we're seeing the
after effects.
The after effects, or what he's done. We're getting
I think before we kind of talked about, I'm like, I don't know.
Right?
When we first started talking about Chris Paul trades, I'm like,
very in the beginning. We're like, now
he'll probably be maybe good, but he's a little older. What is he gonna do?
We'll pass, right?
Yeah.
Then he does his whole season, so you get to see the outlook of it. You're like 100% you'll have him, which it's an easy answer because you take that. Now you watch him again, you're like, very nice. Definitely, if he got him, you're not gonna be like, damn, what are we doing? Unless we make a stupid deal where we sign him to like a 5. You're like, no, come on, guys. Do I see that happening? It could very well happen. But I wouldn't be upset. But I saw some things and I was like, maybe it is just time to look somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
This Chris Paul name keeps coming up all the time, and I know he's LeBron's friend, but
he's a banana boat brother.
Sometimes you got to think of the outlook of the future, which I don't know what we're gonna be doing, but I do feel bad for him though.
No, I feel bad too. Overall, great playoffs.
It was fun.
We were wrong, Maddie. I said this is gonna be the worst rated finals.
Yeah,
because
and I'm pretty sure I agree with you. I was like, yep, bro, of course.
And we were wrong, man. We were wrong. This freaking finals averaged 12.52 million viewers on ABC, which is the highest of the series by more than 2 million more. Basically, they had a crap load.
Yeah.
Last year, 8.29 million watched the last game. They jumped up 4 million views.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Overall, they had a great showing. Very happy to see basketball going up a little bit. They're not there pre-pandemic yet, but I think they're going to get back to it.
So like everything's getting back to how it is.
Exactly, but I'm happy to see them there. You talked about the Lakers. This is an LA show. We're going to talk about the damn Lakers.
Yeah, we have to a little bit.
Bleacher Report reporting today. Possible sign and trade for Brody, a.k.a. Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
A.k.a. Mr. Triple Double.
Yeah.
I don't know. A.k.a. can't shoot the 3.
Can't shoot the 3.
A.k.a. not a great scorer.
Not a great score.
What do you like about this?
Not much.
I was not thrilled about it either. I heard it. I feel like it didn't do much for me. He brings a certain aggression.
Look, Russell Westbrook, I'm never going to harp him on not trying. I don't think he's that type of player. Regardless
he busts
his butt. Regardless if you think he's just number stuffing or whatever they call it, it's kind of funny because the way, you might think that's not trying, but that actually is trying. But the numbers sometimes are a little inflated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing. I'm not gonna lie, not my favorite thing. He is, if he was below the 30-year-old age limit, no offense to older people over 30.
I mean, it's just an organizational.
It's just how it is.
Move. You got to be smart about it.
You got to be smart about it. I don't think that's a smart play. However, let's just go Westbrook or Schroeder. Who do you prefer? It's kind of like a wash.
C.
Schroeder? Option C. I think I might go with you too. I don't really want Schroeder.
The thing is, we've said it. I personally said I don't like Schroeder.
Yes.
At the beginning of it, I don't like the pickup.
Yes.
I don't think it's a good move.
Yep.
I broke down the numbers. We had Christian here, and he's like, "Bye, gone.
It was
son.
almost.
You taught me."
Yeah, it was almost the same thing we just said about Chris Paul, right? The beginning did not like him. Middle of the season, before everything went up to shit, everyone got hurt. We're like, wow, what a trade.
Yeah.
Danny Green looked kind of old. He did his thing, right? But he actually ended up getting hurt. It didn't help Philly at all. We really liked him. And then this last 3 weeks of the season, COVID protocols, people get hurt, doesn't want to sign an extension. But then once and then you're like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Pretty much where we were.
So we went it's a whole, in a circle. I went from liking him, then I liked him. I was like, damn, yeah, I was right. But now I'm like, fuck, you don't like him. I like him. Get him out of town. Yeah, so we're all in the same area right now.
I'm hoping for a sign and trade that maybe brings back a young, I don't know how much younger you can get, but just a productive move the ball, shoot the 3, play some good defense. I personally didn't like how much time Schroeder had the ball.
Yeah.
Remember I brought in those numbers? I'm like, yo, this guy's got to have the ball a crap load. LeBron's got to have the ball a crap load.
The problem with him is that he didn't shoot the 3 well this year.
No, he didn't shoot. Last year was an anomaly.
Anomaly.
Anomaly?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, if you look at his numbers, Doesn't really coincide.
Yeah,
with
and you're right because I know when we talked about it, I defended it. But if you really, I remember him from like when he was at Atlanta. It's like when you shoot the three, he doesn't look like a natural shooter.
that. No.
Doesn't. Some guys, there's rare guys who don't shoot well, but I mean don't look like they shoot well, but they shoot well. That's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, if you look like you have a weird shot, a la Lonzo Ball, you don't shoot well. It's just how it is.
You said the magic name.
I know I had to because I know that's what.
You said the magic name for me, Matty. Lonzo Ball, restricted free agent.
Yes.
Dennis Schroeder, free agent. To be honest, I think Dennis would work out with New Orleans. I think they need an offensive guard.
Yes.
Dennis can move the ball a little bit.
He could. No, he's not a bad player.
He's not a bad player. He doesn't fit the system.
He doesn't fit the system. Defensively, he works hard. He does.
Oh, he's a dog.
He's a dog.
Absolute dog on defense. He busts his butt on defense. To me, he just doesn't fit this scheme.
Yep.
But I think he would actually fit in New Orleans a little bit more, where they need a guy that. I like Lonzo.
I like Lonzo too.
Doesn't get to the cup. Lonzo, for whatever reason, doesn't enjoy it. Doesn't try it. Dennis can attack the basket. Oh, look. Big guy's collapsing. Where's that 6'6" monster I have here? Pass off. Zion, 2 points.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. I can't get the ball to Zion. Kick it to B.I. B.I. goes and gets a bucket.
Yeah, gets his isolation ball and go.
Exactly. I actually think he would work out there. He'd bring a good defensive presence. Remember, how many times last year did that team have a big lead
And they lost
blew it?
A lot. They're the number one.
Exactly.
Always coming in the lead.
I think it would work out for them. You look at the Los Angeles side. My guy gets to come home.
I personally would love to move. Out of the 3 guys who left, Hart, Lonzo, and Ingram. I know you were Ingram.
Oh, B.I. all day.
I was more sad about Lonzo because I thought I like Lonzo, like you said, in the system.
Lonzo would have fit the system perfect.
In the system,
issue, I think, was here in L.A. Spotlight a little big.
Yeah.
Dad doesn't stop talking.
Doesn't stop talking. Yeah.
And he was injured.
Yeah, injured. That's the problem. It all piled up against him. If he was picked 20th, his dad shut his mouth, he would be here.
Even if he was picked, if he wasn't picked second before Tatum,
yeah,
I don't think, or
10th.
Tatum.
Let's just say 10th.
Who's somebody else is in this draft? Your guy, Mitchell. He's not picked before those two. I don't think you're really hearing.
No
too
one
much
says
of a
anything.
complaint. No, he's like 5th guy, gonna grow.
That's
he's
fair.
He's not an automatic kind of guy, but he works now. He shoots 3 well. Moves the ball very well. Can you imagine him throwing it down to AD?
Yeah.
And the lobs and stuff?
Yeah, and
He's LeBron 2.0.
And he plays decent defense.
Plays
Actually, better
good.
defense than we thought. Remember when everyone said he doesn't really play defense, but when you look at the numbers,
He plays great
he
defense.
plays great defense.
So I think-
Active hands.
Something like that would work. I saw Woj kind of tweet. Actually, somebody offered Lonzo like a big deal.
Uh-huh.
New Orleans isn't matching it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how we make this money work, but I think we can make this money work if we re-sign Schroeder.
Yeah, sign and trade.
So you got to do sign and trade both ways.
Yeah, because then now what New Orleans is seeing is like we can't match that, right? And we don't really want him,
No.
right? So what we can do is semi-match it, but instead we're getting another player who 27,
Not
a little
an
more
older
veteran,
guy. Yeah,
not an old
veteran,
guy,
A little more leadership.
more of a little more leadership. Even though I don't think Dennis is that type, but they already think whoever they're bringing in is not going to be the leader of the team. They think the team is Zion
It's
and,
Zion
and
and
Bi.
B.I. Yeah,
That's
100%.
Those are your guys. Those are the guys you want to lead. So why not bring a veteran presence who is not going to overtake that? Because Dennis is not that type. I don't think so. Maybe gives him a little bit more fierce, nasty edge.
Yeah.
You know, a little
Well,
more.
remember, if you're willing to get to the cup at that size, you got a little bit of
Yeah.
in you.
Yeah, and Dennis will
I
do
think
that.
They need something like that.
I do agree. I like that. I personally, like I said, I always liked Lonzo. I know that people didn't. I think we were always kind of fans of him. Personally like him. So I would definitely do that route if you can, of course, because just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean you didn't try it.
Yeah.
If you can do it, go with Lonzo.
I saw a rumor on DeJounte Murray.
Okay. Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs. Good offensive guard, moves the ball a bit.
Young. Again,
Younger guy. I think he's okay. He's adequate defensively.
Hey,
The
like,
thing to me is,
yes.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You
No,
need
you're fine.
somebody at that position that's not going to overtake LeBron and AD getting the ball. And I saw that a lot with Shorter when I thought he'd be better in that 6-man role. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Go out there, ball, shoot your threes, get to the cup, do your dishes,
Mm-hmm.
yada, yada, yada.
No, you're not wrong.
But when you're on the court with those other two guys, You got to keep them involved.
I agree. And those two guys, well, DeJounte Murray, I'll be honest, I haven't seen him play as much. I'm seeing his numbers 15, 7, and 5. Looks like a nice all-around type of player. Mm-hmm. But we're assuming those two guys. Well, we know Alonzo for sure. Those guys are not. Give me the ball. I'm gonna dribble. Look. Thank you.
I saw a lot with that.
Chris Paul does that.
That's the issue too. Chris Paul's a lot like I'm gonna dribble,
pass.
Behind,
Westbrook.
When I see somebody open, I'll move it.
Westbrook,
same way.
Dribble.
I don't think those guys.
Even though I prefer Chris Paul over Westbrook in that aspect because I think Chris Paul's actually a better passer.
Yeah, no way.
Like he's actually a good passer.
Yeah.
Westbrook is an okay passer. I just think he's kind of like you got 5 seconds. I made some space. Here you go. Make the damn shot.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is like, hey, 13 seconds, but I put you in a good position.
Yeah.
Westbrook is. That's me back in the day when you used to play my career when you're like, you need some assists. Dribble. 2 seconds pass. And then
they shoot it because they don't want to shoot it when they're wide open. Yes, I agree. But at the end of the day, point guard help is what's needed.
Yes, 100%.
Point guard help, and I think another shooter would be really good. If you're not going to get the point guard, I swear, if you don't bring DeMar, I've said it a billion times, I'm going to freaking riot.
Yeah, I know you're a DeMar fan. Listen, I don't mind DeMar. I just think we're not. I
don't even think we have the. I prefer, you have to do a sign and trade again.
Yeah, I know. I prefer DeMar over Chris Paul, over Westbrook. Those two names.
Yeah.
Over Kemba Walker. I heard Kemba Walker.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, I read DeMar all day. But then after, I prefer not DeMar only because just again, he's 31. He's not old, but we're going.
He's on the other side of.
We're 30. We're going old, guys. Like.
We're gonna be like the Lakers when like towards Kobe's last 2 final runs. Yeah. Remember he had like the final runs where he lost Celtics, hit the 2, and started playing Dirk and the OKC guys.
You started your ass kicked by these young guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know, and we,
our window's short.
Super short. I know difference of opinions on LeBron. We don't understand it. I think he's all. I'm not saying you don't think he's all-time great.
You love him.
No, I don't love him.
You love him.
No, I don't love him. I think he is an all-time great, but the truth is he's 37. It's 37. You got to say
him slowing down too.
And he is slowing down. He's got hurt twice now. Well, twice. The groin the first year, and this year the
groin again. I think at one point.
Was it the groin again?
Yeah.
But what was the ankle? Technically, this year was the big one, right?
Mm-hmm. Watch him play, and you can see that.
Yeah, he's still good, but the problem is you can't.
But you can see that it's like
if it's him and AD and no one else, dude. As soon as they get hurt, you're done. You already know the story.
Exactly.
Because unfortunately,
we lived it.
Sorry, Kuzma ain't gonna do it. He's been here long enough.
This guy took the Lakers out of his bio. He's out.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. But Kuzma's been here long enough to know that he's not it. As much as people want to say he's gonna have a couple.
Do you think he'll get salty peanuts or Cracker Jacks for him?
Cracker Jacks.
Wow, you got that high, huh? Yeah. I don't think you're gonna get Cracker Jacks.
I don't think so. You don't get, they come with a little comic at the end.
No, you're getting the salty peanuts.
But really quickly, Kuzma's gonna be those guys. Watch if he gets traded, guarantee first year 18 points. He's gonna come back, but he'll come back
average 20.
Then he's gonna come back to 13 again, then 50. He's one of those guys. It's just not. It's not what it is.
No.
If you're like, hey, I have Kyle Kuzma as my 8th, 9th guy coming out. Wow, that's a deep team.
That is very
super deep, right?
That's very deep.
Right. If you were the Bucks this year, you had Kyle Kuzma on your bench. That's not
no.
Right.
Kyle Kuzma needs to go to a rebuilding team so he can rebuild himself.
There you go.
Send him to New Orleans.
I like Kuzma, but it just doesn't work.
Lonzo and send Kuzma this time.
Yeah, not gonna work.
No, it's not. Any other guys that you would like to see with the Lakers?
I would. Nobody knew. Whoever's we got to do whatever happens for me. I'm not really looking. Like I said, I would like Lonzo back, but that's just a reunion. There's no new players that I'm thinking about actively, only because we just don't have the means. But for sure, a player that I would like to see back is Caruso. I would really like to see him back. But again, if he gets his money elsewhere, someone pays him big bucks and he leaves, I totally understand. He deserves it. He plays really hard.
The issue is you might lose him and THT if somebody offers a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
And now you're at square
because
one.
the THT, what are you going to do? You're going to try to match him, and then now you have no other money to spend. Put yourself in the hole. But this is part of the, this is why you hired supposedly Rob Pelinka, these guys, to help you kind of set up, because they're doing a lot of they did a great job. We won a championship.
No, they've done a great job.
From where we've been, fucking paying Lou Waldang and Timothy Mozgov. That's what I'm saying. And we still won a championship.
Incredible.
Right? But we're kind of like stuck in that hole, so it's kind of hard, but you do what you can do.
I agree. Before we move on, you got to hit one more thing.
Hits! He goes high.
I was just waiting for you to do it too there. Maddie, it's time. Real quick, the tip of the hat.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's your tip to?
My tip of the hat is to a rookie. New guy coming in, Mr. Josiah Gray. Earning his first strikeout yesterday, striking out 7 in 4 innings. Gave up 4 runs, though. I think he had a walk or 2 in there.
Only 4 hits.
Only 4 hits.
3 of them home runs.
3 of them were home runs, buddy.
He did say, hey, I'm going to give the long ball once in a while.
Well, because he throws it up. He likes to go up, but really quick. Right there. First strikeout. He's going to be a good player. I think he's going to be very serviceable this year. I think he's going to be a starter. Going to probably get maybe like 5-6 starts until they figure out the Bauer situation.
Yep.
Before maybe they bring in a Kyle Hendricks, a Kyle Gibson kind of guy. I don't think they're going to go big.
No, Scherzer.
I think Scherzer's on the radar, but it has to be for the right package.
Yeah.
But he's going to get some starts in. I think he's going to be good. Efficiently wild last night.
I think if they trade, sorry. Are we going into that?
Yeah, we're heading into that trade talk. I got my tip of the hat.
Good. If we go into that trade talk, I think, for me, this is a time where you give one of the catchers got to go. And it's not Will Smith.
It is not Will. How funny is it that Will Smith was the worst of the 3 catchers?
Supposedly.
Right? And they're like, hey, we're just going to bring him up. Let's see what he's got before we move him. And this guy's hit, I think it's 30 home runs, 80 RBIs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they did it.
Technically a full season.
His first 162 games was like 30 home runs, 80 RBIs, and he hit like 265, 270.
Yep.
This guy's been great. Remember, his bat wasn't supposed to play. It was supposed to be his glove.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of been the other way around at times.
Yeah. Here, I got you. He is at, officially, counting today.
Will Smith?
Yeah, he's 170 games.
Okay,
a
little bit over. A little bit over the season.
No, a season. 35 home runs, 109 RBIs, 266 average, an OPS of 894, almost 900.
He's a right-handed Brian McCann.
Shish.
Remember when McCann was doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, pretty much for like those 10 years with Atlanta.
Yeah. He's been great.
He's our new Buster Posey. Too much?
He doesn't hit for the average like Buster.
No, he does not. And his defense is not.
His defense isn't Buster's either. But hopefully one day.
One day, because
I wouldn't mind that.
I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but I think you might be right. I think one of the catches.
They gotta go. Cause
my assumption is Ruiz is the guy.
Me too, because he's the guy who's proven himself. Well, in the big leagues a little bit.
He's played a little bit in the big leagues.
But he's the nearest, the closest to being ready.
Yeah.
And he's doing well. And supposedly the other catcher is a stud too.
What is it,
Cardiana or Cartana? Yeah, Diego, right?
Yeah, that guy is supposed to be a stud right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now you got 3, and that guy's 19, right? So that means, especially for a catcher, I think we talked about this too. It's almost like a center back in defense. Like you need some seasoning before you really are.
Before you're ready to.
Unless you're like an all-time, Pudge Rodriguez type, But if you're a really, really good Buster Posey, Yachty, right? But the really good ones, they take a little of their time, but they're good for a while.
Yeah.
JT, he was a kind of a late bloomer, but he's a great catcher. Yasmani, too, a little late bloomer, good catcher. So now this guy's 19, he's killing it. Now you got Kaber, who's killing it, and you got Will Smith, who's killing it. So I think one of them got to go. And that's a nice.
That's a good prospect to get rid of.
That's a big piece.
That's a big prospect.
And of course, they always have pitching. They always have, these guys, these minor league guys you never heard of, the relief pitchers, starting pitchers that they have extra of.
Yeah. They just drafted 15 of 20.
Yeah, I saw that.
Pitchers. Angels 20 of 20 pitchers.
Pitchers, man.
Pitching is of the essence.
Yep.
I kind of heard on that. I know we're getting sidetracked from trade talk, but the pitching was so heavily drafted this year is because nobody got to see these position guys because of the COVID year.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like, okay, can you still pitch? Yeah, you can still pitch. Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah.
And it's not, you only played 10 games last year and you hit 200 this year. Or you hit 300 last year, but you hit in 270 this year.
Yeah, do you think some of it could be like, you didn't see much of it, but for pitchers, you can do a video by yourself.
Exactly. It's a lot easier to track it.
Even though you're not pitching live pitching, but you see 99, 98, right?
Yeah.
Now
Does
hitters,
the slot look good? Does the form mechanics going well?
Hitters, what you're getting as the best that they can. Some guys going out there trying to show them throwing BP to see where they hit the ball, but it's not a 99 mile per hour fastball and a slider right after,
Exactly.
Which is unfortunate for the players. I do feel for them, but
next year.
Matty,
I believe you have some guys that are possibly on this trade block.
Thank you for reminding me. And of course, I think you know what I did. Right when I did that, I was like, I took out the page because I was looking at Cabert Ruiz. Thanks, Cabert. Kind of remember though. Okay, so here we go. A couple of trade packages, deals that could happen, and they're like, hey man, like, ooh. I did a different what do you call it?
Page?
A different
site
page, and it actually comes up with a really cool thing though.
All right. What do you got for
me?
Don't
worry, I found it. All right. So let's go with the big one because I think a lot of people think that this one's going to happen, and I agree too. Kris Bryant.
Kris Bryant is going to be traded.
Kris Bryant is going to be traded.
He's going to the NL East, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. Where's he going? Because this is from gotta give them credit, CBS Sports.
So
thank you, Mike Axia.
To me, this is a tough one. That East is wide open with the Mets playing bad. So you have 4 teams that are still contending. Marlins are out. It really depends on how they play this week. So I could see Washington, if they play good this week, Washington can go out there, make that move. Remember, Starlin Castro was their third baseman. Starlin Castro is under domestic violence issues right now.
Okay.
So he's out. I think they're going to bring up Kierbroom.
Oh, yeah, Carter Kieboom. Yeah.
That's probably the next guy. But even then, I think he could fit there. I could see the Phillies. Dave Dombrowski likes to make those moves, man. Loves to make moves. You have him there for the Phillies. The Mets, to me, are the big one. The Mets make the most sense. Probably shipping off J.D. Davis over there. But if I had to put my money on it tomorrow, Mets.
Very good. They have the Mets coming in for Bryant to the Mets. Only have 3 players, like you said, who can play third base. J.D. Davis, Luis Guillorme, right? Guillorme, and Jonathan Villar. But, Kris Bryant, I think, was having a good start of the season. It's kind of cooled off a little bit.
He's having a hamstring issue right now.
But Kris Bryant. Kris Bryant, former MVP, former Rookie of the Year.
Exactly.
There we go. Very good. Coming in number 2, we have a guy who just seems to keep hitting and hitting and hitting. And
Nelson Cruz.
Guess what? A little more hitting. Yes. Cruz. A trade chip, of course. What do you think about him? We'll go this. So the other one you explained very well. This one will go a little quicker. We'll mix it. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Give it to me.
The Oakland Athletics.
I like it. Adds a little pop to the lineup.
Mm-hmm. Just to help you out.
I'd want to see them go after Story instead.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be a good move for them. Where I'd like to see them is Tampa or Seattle, because Seattle's in the hunt.
They are in the hunt.
In a couple games
and
back.
A little reunion with Nelson Cruz.
They could use some pop over there, and so can the Rays.
Just in case the A's have the worst DH production in the league, so just heads up there.
Not surprised.
Even for being second. All right, this one is a surprise because he is a surprise player this year, definitely. Surprised everyone on making an All-Star. I don't think anyone really had him on the radar.
Cedric Mullins?
No. Good one, though, but it's the other guy. It's going to be Adam Frazier of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Do they move him, or because this one have him moving to a team that is very high on your radar?
Yeah.
Which is the Chicago White Sox.
Hell yeah. I think that would be a great move. Remember Nick Madrigal out for the season.
Yep, hamstring surgery.
I think they've been struggling to get some second base production. So if it's not, like I said, I want Story to go to Oakland. I think that makes a good move. But I've been hearing the White Sox are talking about Story coming over, possibly playing second, possibly playing third. You move Moncada back. So if you can't get Story, Frazier's a hell of a pickup. I think he's hitting like 328.
Give him Lexi and give it to us. All right.
No, I second base, we could use him, but I'm not willing to give up on Lexi yet.
Not yet. Okay, fair enough. Another guy who I think we all knew, I think we talked about before, maybe even putting on the Dodger blue, but this time maybe putting the Yankee pinstripes, Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo is going to the Yankees.
He is 100%. Going to the Yankees, 100%.
They need a left-handed bat. Right after they get him, pick up Jock Peterson while you're at it.
Trade it again? You want him traded twice?
I think Atlanta's going to fall out of it.
Okay.
Remember Noah Acuna?
Yeah, Noah Acuna.
ACL.
Ouch.
I think they fall out of it. I think Jock would be great in New York. But Joey Gallo, 100%. Market. He has to go to New York.
Alrighty. Okay, here we go. Kyle Gibson. We did mention. maybe on the Dodgers profile. But this one is actually to a team that is sorely in need of pitching even more than we are, because even
Angels?
though we are
Angels?
not Angels,
Yeah.
even though we are injured, this team is even more injured because I just read 4 of their top guys, and you know me, I've
Mets?
talked about this guy all the time. St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
Miles Michaelis out. Carlos Martinez out. Dakota Hudson for sure. I know out for Tommy J. Jack Flaherty, who I said I'm one of his biggest fans.
Yeah, you love him.
All out. What do you think? Kyle Gibson?
I think it'd be a good move. Yeah, you know what? Give it to them because they're a weird team, man. They're not really in the hunt, but they're not gonna bail out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I got you.
And they're even weirder because they just got Arenado year before, Goldschmidt. You're doing all these big moves and you're in 4th place in the Central.
Ouchie. Even though they can strike at any time, right?
Yeah, no.
Let's go ahead and put these two together because they're relief pitchers heading somewhere. First, let's going to the trash shows. Ian Kennedy, a former nemesis of the Dodgers, going to another nemesis of the Dodgers. What do you think? Is that just a match made in heaven?
Trash equals good deal for them.
And then lastly, the guy who's been having a hell of a year. It seems that he grew out his hair and he became the closer of old, and that's Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah.
What if he goes and does a nice little reunion with the Boston Red Sox? Because that's who the CBS has him going to, or what they think should happen.
I think it'd be a great move.
Matt Barnes, Craig Kimbrell now. Red Sox fan.
Yeah, no, they're half a game up right now on Tampa, so I think it'd be a good move. They got to shore up the bullpen, but to me, more importantly, they got to get a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
I know Sale's supposed to come back,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that Gibson would work out there.
Gibson
Hendricks
would
would work
Yep.
out there. I don't think there's gonna be that guy. I know Scherzer's been talked about,
Uh-huh.
but there's not too many like of those kind of dudes that make like that. Oh, I got ace number 1 and ace number 2. It's not like when the Phillies traded for Cliff Lee and Roy Oswalt and all these freaking starters.
Everybody, huh?
Yeah. But I think those kind of guys would benefit them more than a Craig Kimbrell.
Alrighty. Okay. So now we got to the last 3 because they gave me 10 in total. Obviously, number 10, I think you can assume is the guy, the marquee guy. But we're going to go ahead with number 9 first because it's a little lower name. I think I mentioned him once. Richard Rodriguez of the Pirates.
Yeah. Good season.
They got him going to the Blue Jays for some help.
Yeah, Blue Jays, man.
Like that one?
7 games out of first, but I think they're in the wild card hunt. If I'm not mistaken, they are 4 games back.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of their big issues, again, damn near every contending team needs the starters. But I think they need a little bit more help in the bullpen. I think that'd be a good pickup.
Okay. And then before we get to the last one, because like I said, marquee guy, Starling Marte.
Yeah, he's got to
See,
move.
they put him to somebody. I don't think so because I think this team, like I'm agreeing with you, I think they're going to fall out. And that's the Atlanta Braves.
Mm-hmm.
No Marcell Ozuna. No Ronald Acuna Jr.
No.
You're looking at a combination as this right here. Abraham Almonte, Orlando Arcia, Guillermo Heredia, Ender Inciarte, Ari Adrianza.
York.
Stop me before Jock. They just got Jock. But Starling Marte, very nice player. I think he would help them, but are the Braves going to go? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Marte goes somewhere else with someone who needs outfield depth, like you just mentioned. Who needs outfield depth? A right-handed bat, a potential leadoff hitter.
I think he'd be great for the Giants.
Ooh, nice.
I think he'd be phenomenal
Yeah.
over there. You would have Yastrzemski over there, Dickerson. You would have Marte.
Yeah, because Steven Duggar's kind of
Duggar.
he's still good, but he's kind of slowed down a bit.
Yeah.
Mike Talkman hasn't really panned out as what
Talkman hasn't been that great. They put Darren Ruff out there. I think Marte would be a good
I like
pickup
that.
for
Even though
them.
we're not supposed to help our rivals, but
No,
that's a nice. I like that.
I'm an unbiased journalist.
Yeah, you have to. And then lastly, they have Trevor Story, the marquee name, because we all say, but these guys have him going. How about the Reds?
The Reds?
Yeah, Trevor Story to the Reds.
The Reds to me, I know that they're second, right?
Yeah,
they're
remaining straight. Yep.
They're 6.5 back. They're looking at a wild card spot, but even then, who are you gonna pass? The Dodgers, the Giants, or the Padres?
Neither.
Right? You're not.
But yeah, I got you.
So to me, this doesn't make sense. I mentioned it earlier. Oakland. So thumbs down to your idea.
This is not my idea. This is
thumbs
CBS idea. I don't like it either. I think Trevor Story, like you said, you mentioned a couple of
White
teams.
Sox,
Shh.
A's,
Yankees.
If they really want to get back in this, you move Glaber over.
And the Dodgers, just because.
I mean, Dodgers, yeah, usually be like, okay, yeah, why not? I don't think it ever happened, but
no, hell no.
those to me would be probably the best situations. Hell, the Mets. Lindor's out for a while.
Yeah, I think
Oblique.
I think the reason that they just wouldn't do that is because of that.
But let's just say it's not that bad. Imagine having Lindor and Story on one side of the field.
Even though
Their
Lindor's
defense is
been
great. No, they're great. Yeah, Lindor's offense has been bad, but his defense is just so great.
Oh yeah, of course. But so is Story. So someone's not gonna be.
Somebody just go to third, and I think Lindor's played third.
Okay.
So I think that'd be good. Sounds crazy, but Giants.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good Marte one. That just works.
Well, imagine they get Marte and Story over there.
Nah, they won't get Story. They won't get Story. I don't think so.
I don't think Colorado will trade within the division, but it's only a rental, so it's possible.
It's not out of the question.
Maddie.
Yes.
Are there any trades that you want to see happen?
Okay, so of course we didn't talk about our Dodgers really, not that much. I know you mentioned a little bit, but what I would like to see, pitching. Yes, we need pitching.
100%.
We lost, like you said, we don't. Depending on the whole Bauer thing, we'll comment once.
Stuff.
Yeah, we'll comment once we know more about it because no one knows anything really. It's just what speculation and what we see, and we don't know whatever. So we'll let that be. Dustin May, surgery.
Gone.
Clayton Kershaw. Luckily, he should be back by August.
I think it's Phantom.
Oh, you think it's Phantom?
Yeah.
Regardless, he's not here.
Yeah.
So right now you're relying on Julio, Tony, David Price, Walker Buehler,
and now Josiah.
Now Josiah Gray, which is not awful, but you need some help. The big fish in that pond that everyone knows is the big elephant in the room, Max Scherzer. Probably out there. Like you said, depends on how the Nationals perform in this next.
Yeah, if you get rid of Keeber and maybe like another two guys. But here's the thing. It's a 37-year-old rental.
Mm-hmm.
So how much are they really going to charge? I mean, if you only lose Keeber, it's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not. This is what they say. To win another World Series, which you want. The Yankees, the Cubs gave away Gleyber Torres, right, for Aroldis Chapman. Am I correct on that one?
No, you are
and
correct.
Did they win their championship?
They won it.
They won their championship, and guess what? He came back.
I think it's a little different here because we already won.
I know. But do you want to win again?
Oh, well, I always want to win, but that would be the difference. Like,
you're right.
We don't need.
You don't need it, but
we don't need to make this deal to make. We're not ending a drought again.
We're not.
We
want to do it again.
Keeping it rolling, right?
Right. It just depends on what your mind says. It's a great point.
I think it's going to depend on the health of the actual squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say I'm wrong, and Clayton's not. It's not a phantom injury.
Yeah, they think, man, he's actually hurt.
Like he's hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big blow, right? So let's just say you replace him with Max. Even.
Yeah.
Even at this point. Your right fielder has some hip issues and has a lot of other issues.
Yep.
Let's just say he's 70% the rest of the way. All right, you got him 70%. Let's say Cody doesn't get out the slump and he's hitting 220 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Am I going to win with that? Probably not.
Yep.
My left field is Pollock and CT.
Yeah.
All right. I maybe.
Yeah.
Those are good role players.
Yes.
All right, third base, Justin Turner just got hit in the leg.
Yeah.
What if that's serious?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Seager's not even back yet.
Seager's not back yet from a broken hand that's struggling to heal.
Yep.
Just talking about him coming back this week, but up in the air.
Up in the air. We don't know.
Gavin Lux is here to develop.
Yep.
Max Muncy having a hell of a season.
Hell of a season.
Will Smith, hell of a season.
Yep.
Can I win with a hell of a season of Max Muncy and Will Smith?
Yeah, maybe not.
So that's to me the question.
Yeah. So would you risk giving up all that for one rental of Max Scherzer? I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so it really depends on the health of the team. Like, if you can look at those guys and say, Mookie, you'll be back to normal in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I can go ahead and I pencil you in for the rest of the season. Okay, now I can win with Cody Struck.
He was on his damn way.
Dude, he was hitting 270 now. He was hitting 248 right before the All-Star break.
Man.
Yeah, no, he was smoking the
30 points
ball.
in like 2 days, man.
Yeah, so I could win with a great season of Max Muncy, Will Smith,
Chris Taylor
having an All-Star year.
Yeah, and Mookie Betts. Then you're in the business. Cause
I'm in it to win it.
That's
right
5
there.
guys out of the 9.
Even if Lex is still shortstop and what's his face, Justin Turner missing some games, I could pencil in McKinstry and make some things happen.
Yeah.
I believe I can.
Yes.
Okay, so
but if you have all those, you're a good point.
But if you have 2 of those.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. I just don't think you can overall look at it. I get it. You can't look at it all the time like that. It's tough because we did win last season. We didn't win last season? Different story.
No, if you didn't win last season, you're like, we're paying Mookie. We're doing all these great stuff.
Max Scherzer, get him.
Yeah,
now you win. It's changed everything, but you don't want it. I just don't want it to take over too much because how long are you going to take this? Well, we just won, so we're okay. right?
You get a 1 year buy from me.
Right? Guess
you get
what
a
I'm
1 year buy.
Right? Because next year you go, well, we won 2020. It was not that long ago.
No, you don't want it to be
right.
You don't want it to be the Angels where they're celebrating 2000.
You're so perfect. We won 2002. I mean, we're still in the 2000s, so it still counts.
It was only
we're close.
20 years ago,
It's
guys.
only 20 years.
You don't want
Dude,
to be them.
20 damn years.
Yeah, it's
next
almost
year.
20 years already.
Holy
so you don't
shit.
want to be them, but
That's a good. I like that one.
if you
That made
didn't
me
win,
laugh.
Then it's like Justin Verlander again.
Yeah.
Get the guy, because we need to win.
Yep.
We're not at that point.
No,
If we're 5, let's just say we don't win for 5 years. We're back on that point.
of course. Because
Now you're back on it. You're wasting Mookie.
yeah,
We re-signed Belly. We re-signed Seager. You
Yeah.
re-signed Walker.
Yeah.
Kershaw's on the way out.
we won for sure with
Kenley's
Mookie.
been gone for 5 years, unfortunately.
We gotta win. We gotta win.
You got to win now because that contract.
Okay, last question before we sign out because we're at
What you got
55
for me?
minutes. Mookie signed a 13-year deal. Obviously, last year he wins on his first try. Out of those next 12 years, how many championships does Mookie need to win for the Dodgers to say, "Hey, man, this money was well spent"?
You're not going to like the answer.
Just one more. You think we're ready? We've done it. Yeah. You're not wrong because he won his championship. For me, it's just so hard because the damn pandemic season sucked a lot of
It sucked energy out of it because you didn't get to go witness it.
And then again, I'm gonna you know how I am, but I will apologize. I'm not saying, oh man, like I sound so like extra privileged. Like, oh my God, I wish we could have a full season. I know a lot of people went through a lot of shit, but let's just go sports only. Fuck, dude, it took a lot of
No,
stuff.
it sucks. It sucks
sucked
so
because,
much
you know,
because you didn't get to witness it.
No, you can't to witness it.
How many playoff games have we been to where we're like, this is the freaking year.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're knocking out the Diamondbacks. We're knocking out this team.
Yeah.
Like, this is the year.
Yes.
And you're like, God damn it, it's the
Yeah.
year, and I can't even go watch any of it.
Exactly. So I think for me, I get what you're saying. 0, you are right. That is the right answer. But I feel like one more would just put it to bed.
One more. The one we won, trade, bang.
Yeah.
One trade already.
Yeah.
Traded, never work. Alex Verdugo can go on, break Pete Rose's record,
Yeah.
and become the greatest player on earth.
Yeah.
And you still won the trade because you got the championship.
You got the championship. Unless Boston wins 3 with him, and we only win 1.
Unless Boston wins like not 20, but like let's just say Boston goes on one of their dumb runs that they had a couple years ago, where it was like every other damn year.
Well, the 2010 to 2020, we had to give it to him. That was Boston's decade.
It was annoying as hell.
It's your
but,
decade.
Let's say they do that with Verdugo, and Verdugo's like the key piece.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you lost, but it's not. It doesn't sting as much because you're like, we got one.
Yeah, we got 1.
We got the chip.
I just want 1 more, man.
But
I
I
you do
think-
1 more, you just.
If you get one more, it's like 100% trade worth it, money worth it, everything that ever happened
Was worth
it.
You just need 1 more.
If you get
It
the
doesn't
one
even have
more-
to be this year.
It doesn't even have.
It'll be a
Let's
lot
just say
sweeter
you
for this
win
year.
it on year 13,
Yeah.
and he's a part of it.
Yeah.
Worth every freaking cent.
Yeah. I like it.
But
Had to ask that question, but
there's the answer. 0, but one more makes it
yeah,
good.
0,
And
but 1 more.
Anything more than 1,
Oh,
and
oh my God, spoiled.
he is the greatest player to ever don
Spoiled. It's like being
Dodgers uniform.
It's like being a Lakers fan in the early 2000s, literally.
Oh, the 3-peat?
Dude, like I you know how stupid I was when I was a kid? Sorry, last 2 minutes. I made a Facebook page when I was like my first year in Facebook, like 14. I made a Facebook page called "How Lucky Are We to See 5 Championships of the Lakers?" Milwaukee Bucks fans since the
1 in
last
50.
1 in 50 years.
Yeah. No.
Me? I've seen 6 since I've been. We both have seen 6.
We've seen 6 titles here. For
Sure,
them.
maybe the 99 one we were kind of 4, maybe the 2000, but 2001 you kind of remember.
No, yeah. No.
2009,
So
2010.
you've been around for 6 of them.
You've been around for 6 of them. You know you've witnessed and you remember seeing at least 3.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And some of these poor kids from Milwaukee, old men now, 75 years old. Or let's go 60. There were 10 when
Last time
Kareem
they
won it.
won.
Now they're 60.
Yep.
Dude,
That's great.
we appreciate what you got, guys.
We are very privileged here in Los Angeles.
For
The
sports,
greatest city in the world,
and
almost.
sports, especially basketball.
In sports in general, there is never a time I can think of right now where you can say every sport in LA is bad.
Yeah, at the same
You
time.
can go somewhere where it's like, nah, man, like let's just say you're in Colorado. Nah, man, the Rockies suck.
Yeah.
Or Arizona. No, they just got the Suns. You're in over there. Nah, man, the Rockies suck. We just lost Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
We suck.
The Broncos.
Like, the Broncos, we suck.
Yeah. Hey, they won recent. I'll give them that one.
It was a couple years ago, but
But I
like,
get what you're saying.
I was trying to think of another one. You'd be like, Seattle? No, Seattle has. Damn it.
Dude, you could literally go before they just won Milwaukee because you would associate
you're
them with
like-
Green Bay.
Yeah.
They did it. Well, actually, Aaron
They won
Rodgers.
with
Damn.
Rodgers. No.
Dude, we're not coming up with good ones.
I'm going to come up with one for next episode. I'll
Miami.
be like, Miami has the Heatles.
The Heatles. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay has the Bucks and the Lightning.
Fuck, dude. Well, this is not a good one. Seattle.
I just said Seattle. They had the Seahawks.
Fucking Seahawks. Hey, but they.
You can beat Anaheim. No,
20 years.
20 years.
20
I don't
years.
think the Ducks have won in a while either.
2007.
Bang.
Almost 20 years.
20 years. Yes. You could beat Anaheim and never win.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Anaheim. We had to.
Ugh,
Cleveland. Fuck.
No,
LeBron.
LeBron.
Damn you, LeBron. You should have not won.
Your guy over there.
Utah. Only one
Okay.
team.
Yes, Utah. Woo. All right.
Utah for not winning.
Jazz.
Sorry.
We ain't winning. What does Utah have?
That's it, dude.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough to
That's
say,
enough.
damn.
You really
You're
want
right.
to come up
I'm
one
trying to
before,
think
huh?
of- Yeah, I'm trying to think of another one.
Dude, at least one has won something.
St. Louis? I don't think the Blues are good.
No, they won, dude. They won 2 years ago, the Stanley
it.
Cup.
All right.
You're gonna get
Got
one
it.
before we go, huh?
New York.
The what side?
Yankees, 09. That's the last title.
And no Knicks, no
Knicks
Giants.
Suck. Knicks suck. Brooklyn sucks.
Yeah,
Brooklyn's hurt.
And
Mets
regardless
have
which
sucked
side you
for
want to
like
go
20
to.
years.
Actually, to be fair, the Giants won.
Giants won like 20 years ago.
New York Giants.
20 years ago.
No, 2014.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's only
dude,
7 years ago.
We can't find one.
7
Okay,
years.
anyone who roots for the Jets, the Knicks,
Okay,
and the New
you're
York
those
Mets.
Guys. Yeah, you're those guys. You're the other side of town.
Wait,
You're
who
the
roots for the
Jets.
Mets? I know someone roots. I'm sorry.
My guy Jamal.
Yeah, sorry, Jamal.
Jamal's okay with it. He knows they suck too.
Yeah,
I
I heard him. Don't worry, I heard you, Jamal. I know he doesn't say, "Hey, we're good." He
No.
says, "No, we suck."
Jamal, start real quick before we head out.
Yes.
There'd be times I'd show up. I'm like, Jamal, man, like, you ready for this season? Like, the Mets finally got these good pieces. I like this. He's like, no, we ain't doing nothing. We
Yeah.
suck. Like,
I think I've heard you before. It was like, what to play well for a little bit and then go 50, go 500. He's right. They go 500. They end up going 500.
yeah, I'm like, you got me. You got me. But guys, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter and everything else like that. Social medias. You can always find us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher,
Google
on
Play,
on iHeartRadio, on this and that, and anywhere podcasts are streamed, you guys can always find us, man. And yeah, that's all I got, Maddie.
Yeah.
Anything else?
it was a lovely episode. We had a great time. Let's hope that our trade predictions come true. Let's hope that the Lakers predictions come true.
I hope so too, man.
Did you play the wrong song?
Yeah, I played the wrong one.
Hey, it's okay.
It happened
Um,
that time. There it is.
Hey!
There it is.
All right, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks for listening.
It was awesome.
As always,
Much love.